Hi everyone, guess who's back? I've been having some new experiences, some new travels, some new stories, and some new rules. So I decided to start up my vlog again and, share some of my news and experiences with, the world. And from right now, I'm actually going to talk to you guys today about my general rules for nightclubs, bars, and drinking. Before we go into it too far, understand that these are probably personal opinions. You can choose to listen to them or not, laugh at them, make them at the drinking games. I really don't care. Don't sue me. Don't sue anyone like that. This may contain some coarse language, and that may be offensive to other people. So if you don't like it, turn it off. If you watch this and you don't like it, well, fuck you. Um, so that covers up the legal aspect. Before we get into this, some of you might be thinking, oh, Clay, I watch the Jersey Shore. I know all about partying. I watch BET and MTV, and all those shows. I know exactly how to party. No, you don't. So sit down, shut up, and you might learn a couple things. So let's get started. Let's dive right into it. My first rule is never go out mad or in any other emotional state other than to have a good time. Don't worry, be happy. It should be a motto that should be across almost every bar in the United States, or in fact the world. Because if you're going out sad, she broke your heart, we're going to end up going like this. You're going to be at the bar like, oh, she broke my heart. And then a couple more drinks later, you're going to be calling her on your phone like, why did you break my heart? I hate you, you bitch. Why? No, we don't want that. You don't want to do that when you're mad either. Because mad, you're just be like, oh, I'm so fucking mad, girl, fight that guy. Because he's just there. No. Everyone wants to have a good time when they're out. Don't ruin it by being, in an emotional state that's angry or sad. Go out there with the pure intention of having fun. Even if it's just a distressor or something like that. Only go out to have fun. My second rule is, don't drink till you pass out. I hate when this happens, especially around with my friends and stuff, because then someone has to end up turning into a babysitter, or a whole group has to babysit them, and they can't have a good time either. That should be like a party cock block. I mean, it's a terrible thing, and the main way to avoid this is knowing how much you could drink. If you're a lightweight, be a lightweight. Milk a drink, milk hard liquor and stuff. You don't have to be pounding beers and stuff like that, If you can drink a whole keg and you'll still be sober as a whistle out, well, go ahead, do it. That's up to you. But, know your limits, and don't be the person who passes out or gets to, where you black out. I mean, I've done it once, and it was shitty the next day. My third rule and guideline is have a buddy or a date when you're out. Because, in all honesty, it seems suspicious when a person enters into a bar or nightclub by themselves and they're, don't have anyone to talk to. I mean, they could be like, like it could be ushers walking in or something like that, and you may not, it'll still look kind of suspicious because, like, what's he doing by himself? It's kind of odd. So always have someone like there, especially, if you're going out there to have a good time and you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you can end up, in a dance-off like one time I did, and I actually won it. It was crazy. I went over to my friend, my friend, the muscle, and I was like, dude, man, I just want to dance off, and like, we high-five, because everyone loves the high-fives. High-fiving is a good activity. The next thing, oh, by the way, girls also love the high-five. It's just that, me and my guy friends do it all the time. Number 4 is always have your friend or lover's back. If something's going on or something like that, always be there. You got to be able to be there to help them. You can't be an asshole and just ditch them or something, or just run away or forget that. Know when your friends are, know what they're doing, stuff like that. Keep a keen eye to it. I mean, this goes back to something my dad once told me is, you got a spine, you got testicles. You better know what you're gonna do with them. And some of that means, always, having a friend's back. Number 5 of my guidelines and rules is if they can't handle themselves or with someone who you don't trust, they aren't left behind, or they don't go off with someone you don't know. It's very important, I think, that we follow the rule that no one gets left behind. What happened in Black Hawk Down still is true nowadays. No one gets left behind. You come out together, you stay together, you leave together, unless you're with someone who you trust and Number 6, unless your lover tells you not to, you fight for her honor. You do it all for her. Seriously, I mean, if a guy comes up and grabs your girlfriend or your lover or your date's ass, you better be pissed. And the girls should be pissed too, but you better be like a volcano ready to erupt. I remember I was in Fiji. Some guy came up, completely like, almost tried to put her hand up her skirt and stuff on my girlfriend and stuff. I went, I lost it. I mean, I'm like fired up and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking scalp you, motherfucker. Stuff like that. And then she told me to calm down because she got it and stuff because she actually punched the guy. But it's always good that you're always there to fight their fights for them. This thing going about to being a gentleman, I think. Number 7, and this goes well for especially if you're at your favorite bar or club or wherever, is you respect the bartenders and servers. It's their job to make sure that you can have a good time. So don't be an asshole, and try to skip a tip or something. It's only like $1, or being a dick to like the person who's collecting your empty glasses. Don't do that. Or try and act like you're the bouncer of the bar and that the bouncer's not the bouncer of the bar. Let them do their jobs. Respect them. Get to know their names. Leave them a tip. Stuff like that. I mean, I try to do that as much as I possibly can without going bankrupt. I mean, so that's how I enjoy my bars and stuff. Number 8 is when someone falls, you help them back up. This can be a girl on the dance floor tripping because she's in high heels she shouldn't be in, or this can mean being with your friend and he's trips and falls over his own stool or something when he's sitting down or he leans back. Go over there, help him up. I mean, laugh. I mean, I think there should be at least a requirement of at least 3 laughs or 1 smart comment towards the person who falls down. But I mean, it's important you help them up. You don't get to say the comments or laugh if you don't try to help them up. My next rule, number 9, is don't worry about their moves. Just dance around. I mean, when I'm in clubs, and stuff like that, I'm dancing and stuff. I don't care if people think I'm a freak. I mean, especially around Halloween. I mean, I was kind of a freak and stuff. I was like, Umbrella. People saw me and they noticed me. They may have like been like, oh wow, that guy can dance, or they could be like, oh shit, man, look at that freak over there. Girl, he's a little freak all night. I'm not going near him. He's probably gonna stab me. Something like that. Sorry if that offended anyone. But, worry about what you can do. Gotta have that courage to be who you are. That's a good thing I think you should follow. Number 10, this goes more, especially when you're on your dates. A gentleman buys his lover a drink, An asshole pumps her out. This goes especially for first dates and stuff. I mean, especially, and if I have them, I buy her a drink. I usually go with Jack and Coke or whiskey and Coke, depending on my financial situation. I'm not like these guys I've seen before, who just buy shots of Red Stag or, Grain Belt and just keep on pumping them full of the girl, trying to get her flimsy and, her defenses down. So, no, you don't do that. An asshole always sucks. And speaking of assholes, we are on now to rule number 11. Being a dick at times is exceptional because, having that arrogance, that overconfidence, well, I mean, people say I'm overconfident, but really I'm just confident, is acceptable. Being an asshole isn't. An asshole puts people down. A dick just talks about himself up here. He wants you to come up here. But even if you're right down here, he wants you up here. An asshole's like, I'm up here when he's really down here, and he wants to make you feel like you're down here when you're right here. I mean, it's important to remember also that dicks fuck assholes, so better watch out. Rule number 12 is be open-minded to an extent. Maybe try a new drink, try a new club, try a new type of music. I mean, I'm not saying, if you're a strict Catholic and stuff, you don't go to a gay club and, start grabbing guys' private parts and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that I went to an indie club once, and I don't like indie music. And I didn't like the club, but at least I know, hey, I'm not going to an indie club anytime soon. I've also, been to rock clubs, and I like rock music. I don't know how I'm going to have a good time at a rock club, and next thing I know, I'm like, head banging to the side, It's a whole new world out there, and you're going to learn a lot of things, so you just got to keep on going with the flow. Rule number 13, and this is a rule I tend to break a lot, sadly, is don't ask for a person's number when you're drinking. Doesn't matter if you're on your first drink or if you're on your 20th. You don't ask for a person's number. I mean, I actually met my last girlfriend this way, and thank God it worked out fine. But no, you shouldn't do that. It's because the lights are dim, you're drinking, they're drinking. It could be a bad situation, and it could be really an awkward one the next day, especially if you drink too much. But it's, in fact, probably don't even need your cell phone out. I mean, unless you're trying to leave or trying to find a friend who you lost. But for general, just don't need to have your cell phone out. Rule number 14 is let the girl be the better dancer. Now, for this rule is often hard for me because I grew up in the city. I went to a school where I was a minority, and I had to learn how to dance if I was going to have any type of social status. So I learned how to dance. I know I watched Thriller tons of times on the internet. And over time I've actually learned how to dance, seriously. And so now that I'm in like the backwoods and the hicks and stuff around me, I'm around girls who think they know how to dance, but then they really can't dance. But I still have to bring it down a couple notches, because I want them to be the better dancer. But I think girls in general should be the better dancers, and there's plenty of girls out there who can kick my ass. There's plenty of guys out there who can kick my ass at dancing. But I mean, always bring it down so that the girl is always the better dancer. Rule number 15 is keep something special in reserve. You know what I mean. Rule number 16 is when you're in doubt, a confident club two-step works wonders. I mean, if there's a new song, this happened to me a lot, especially when I'm in a new place or something that I don't know what the songs are and what the new moves are, because I'm always gonna be the last one to find out. But like if I don't know what the song is, I just club two-step it, just side to side like that, and I project the confidence, and I know, I'm just club two-stepping it. I don't need to do the moves. I'm going to club two-step it. Club two-step does a lot of good things. I mean, you're not going to be, the Red Ranger of the whole group and stuff, but you know what? Being the Party Rock Ranger and being the yellow one is a lot better than being the frickin' robot. That's all I got to say on that subject. 17 is be yourself. There's no need to lie. I see this all the time at clubs. Guys try to lie and stuff, especially nowadays, but since mixed martial arts became mainstream. I mean, I was following MMA since it was in the dark ages when people didn't even know what it is and stuff. Now I see people walking around with tap-out shirts and hats to the side, and they're thinking, oh yeah, I'm a mixed martial artist because I got the shirt and stuff. No, don't lie. I mean, I tell people, yeah, I train mixed martial arts. Yeah, I know how to cook. Yeah, I know this. I have a lot of interests. If you tell people, emphasize on your interests. No need to lie and expand on what you aren't. Be who you are. And also, haters gonna hate. If they don't like who you are, well, fuck them. 18. This is a good one, especially for you young cats that go out to clubs and stuff. The importance of conversation is being forgotten nowadays, especially when you're at the club and stuff. You can be dancing, these are to be hot, stuff. She's to get sweaty, you're gonna be sweaty. You're both grinding together, you're both hot, you're just hot. You're wearing clothing and shit like that, stuff like that. So it's important that you take some time out, have a chat with, some people or your date, or share a drink or something like that. And especially if you are chatting up with someone who you like, I have a whisper especially for you guys and some girls out there. Whisper. Because people like it when you whisper. It makes it hard for them to hear, so they have to focus on what you're saying. That's my advice for those people out there. 19, and this is one of my favorite ones, is dance when it's your song. I mean, we're not talking like wedding and stuff, but I mean, if they play your song, like right now, I like Dame by Shaggy. I didn't even know Shaggy was alive, so I thought he was dead. Beats the hell out of me. I thought he was dead. I haven't heard a song from him for a while, but it was Dame by Shaggy. What's your song, you dance it. You got to do your own moves and stuff. I don't care if it's the Macarena or, if it's like, whatever's out there and stuff. But when it's your song, grab the girl, go dance. That's what you should do. Don't be constrained by, other people's, opinions of songs and moves. 20, this is a good one, is have fun. When you're out there, remember, F is for friends who do stuff together. 21, this is my last and final rule, is to be safe. This cannot be expressed enough, especially nowadays with how things are going. Right now, it's good to always be safe. Don't do stupid things. Also, remember, only you can prevent forest fires, and only you can prevent chlamydia. That's all I have for my rules today, and everyone, I hope you listen to them. If you need to review them, watch the video over again. Watch my other videos, and you can check out some other cool stuff. Make sure to post some new stuff every week. Till then, see you later.